Have you ever wondered why Buddhism has captivated millions of people around the world for over 2,500 years? Is it just a religion, or is it something more? Today we'll explore how Buddhism is not only a spiritual path, but also a practical guidebook for life. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to reflect on our own lives, to understand our suffering, and to ultimately find peace and liberation. These teachings, often referred to as the Dharma, are not just spiritual concepts. They are practical tools that anyone, regardless of religious background, can apply to their daily lives. It teaches us how to navigate challenges, cultivate inner peace, and live with humility and compassion. Let's dive into the wisdom of Buddhism and discover how it can transform our everyday lives. One of the key teachings of Buddhism is the Four Noble Truths, which explain the nature of suffering and how to overcome it. The first truth is the recognition that life involves suffering, dukkha. This suffering may come in the form of physical pain, mental anguish, or the feeling of discontent and dissatisfaction in our lives. The second truth teaches us that suffering is caused by attachment and craving. We become attached to desires, people, and outcomes, believing they will bring us happiness. But this attachment only leads to suffering because all things are impermanent. The third truth is the realization that suffering can be overcome. By letting go of our attachments and cravings, we can free ourselves from the cycle of dissatisfaction and distress. And the fourth truth provides the path to liberation, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is a practical guide for living a life of balance, ethics, wisdom, and meditation. Books like The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching by Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully explain these concepts. Thich Nhat Hanh writes, "The practice of Buddhism is not to escape from life, but to embrace it fully, with mindfulness and compassion." This is why Buddhism is so relevant to our daily lives. It's about finding balance and harmony in everything we do. The Noble Eightfold Path provides us with 8 principles that guide our actions and thoughts. Each of these principles is designed to foster personal growth, inner peace, and compassion toward others. Right understanding. The first step, right understanding, encourages us to see the world as it truly is. By understanding the nature of impermanence and the interconnectedness of all things, we can begin to let go of unrealistic expectations. For example, imagine dealing with the loss of a job. If we understand the impermanent nature of situations and the interconnectedness of our life circumstances, we might not react with panic or despair. Instead, we may see it as an opportunity for growth, learning, or redirection. Right intention. Right intention is about aligning our thoughts with ethical principles. This involves cultivating intentions of kindness, compassion, and wisdom, rather than greed, hatred, or delusion. In our daily interactions, this could mean choosing to approach a disagreement with patience rather than anger, or deciding to act with integrity in a situation where dishonesty might seem easier. Right speech. Right speech encourages us to speak truthfully, kindly, and without harm. Our words have power, and when used wisely, they can build peace and understanding. Think about a situation where someone says something hurtful. Instead of responding in kind, Buddhism encourages us to choose words that bring peace and understanding, perhaps offering empathy, or simply remaining calm. Right action. Right action focuses on ethical behavior, guiding us to act with consideration for the well-being of others. This might be as simple as choosing to act in a way that is honest and kind, or making the decision to live sustainably, considering how our actions impact the planet and future generations. Right livelihood. Right livelihood encourages us to engage in work that is ethical and does not harm others or the environment. For instance, choosing a career that aligns with your values, like working in a field that supports mental health, education, or environmental sustainability, embodies right livelihood. Right effort. Right effort is the energy we put into cultivating good qualities in ourselves and eliminating harmful ones. Imagine trying to improve your mental health. Right effort might involve consistently practicing mindfulness, seeking positive influences, and working on controlling negative thought patterns. Right mindfulness. Right mindfulness is the practice of being fully aware of our thoughts, actions, and surroundings without judgment. It is about being present in the moment rather than being lost in the past or future. In moments of stress or overwhelming emotions, right mindfulness could be the practice of taking a deep breath, observing your feelings without attachment, and choosing a calm response rather than reacting impulsively. Right concentration. Right concentration involves focusing the mind, often through meditation, to develop clarity and insight. Practicing mindfulness meditation is a perfect example of right concentration, where you focus on your breath or a specific thought, clearing your mind of distractions and cultivating a peaceful, focused mind. One of the most practical tools Buddhism offers is meditation. Meditation isn't just about sitting cross-legged and chanting, it's about training the mind to be present and aware. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and anxiety are rampant, meditation can be a lifeline. The Buddha taught that a calm mind leads to clarity and wisdom. In the book Mindfulness in Plain English by Bhante Henepola Gunaratana, the author explains, meditation is not about escaping reality, but about seeing it clearly. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with grace and patience. Studies have shown that regular meditation can reduce stress, improve focus, and even boost our immune system. It's no wonder that mindfulness practices rooted in Buddhism have become so popular in modern psychology and wellness programs. Another profound teaching of Buddhism is the importance of humility and compassion. The Buddha taught that ego and selfishness are the root causes of suffering. By cultivating humility, we can let go of our need to be right or superior and instead focus on serving others. In the book The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama, he says, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." This simple yet powerful idea reminds us that true happiness comes from connecting with others and alleviating their suffering. Buddhism also teaches the concept of interconnectedness, the idea that all beings are connected. When we harm others, we harm ourselves, and when we help others, we help ourselves. This understanding fosters a sense of responsibility and kindness in our everyday interactions. So how can we apply Buddhism in our daily lives? It starts with small, intentional actions. For example, practicing mindfulness while eating, walking, or even during conversations can help us stay present and fully engaged. The book Everyday Buddhism by Wendy Hallett offers practical advice on integrating Buddhist principles into modern life. She writes, "Buddhism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness and compassion." Another way to apply Buddhism is through ethical living. The Buddha taught the 5 precepts, which include avoiding harm, speaking truthfully, and practicing generosity. These guidelines help us live with integrity and create a positive impact on the world around us. Incorporating these principles into our daily lives transforms not just our actions, but our very way of being. The Buddha's teachings provide us with the tools to navigate the challenges of life, develop healthier relationships, and ultimately achieve inner peace. The Buddhist principle of non-attachment teaches us that our happiness is not dependent on external circumstances. By learning to let go of our attachments to material possessions, status, or even relationships, we can find true contentment within ourselves. Take the example of a person who has invested a lot of time in achieving a certain career goal, but finds that despite success, they feel empty inside. Buddhism helps us understand that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from cultivating peace within ourselves through self-awareness and compassion. In the fast-paced world we live in today, Buddhism offers a profound antidote to the pressures and distractions of modern life. Whether it's through mindfulness meditation, ethical living, or simply adopting a mindset of compassion, Buddhism provides a timeless guide to navigating the complexities of our existence. Buddhism encourages us to recognize our interconnectedness with others and to act with kindness, patience, and understanding. This is not just a practice for the spiritual, but a universal approach that anyone, from any walk of life can benefit from. Buddhism is more than a religion. It's a guidebook for life. It teaches us how to find inner peace through meditation, live with humility and compassion, and navigate life's challenges with wisdom. As the Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In a world that often pulls us in many directions, Buddhism offers us a way to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our true selves, helping us lead lives that are not just about surviving, but about thriving, mindfully, intentionally, and peacefully. By embracing these teachings, we can transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. So, whether you're new to Buddhism or have been practicing for years, remember that every moment is an opportunity to grow, learn, and live mindfully. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May you find peace and happiness in every step of your path.